I just want to bring something up to the manager. You know, from what I understand, there's an interim draft plan relative to Olin site from EPA. Basically, is to turn on the wells that were shut down because of contamination caused by the Olin site, and to turn them back on now, 17 years later, to send contaminated water to our filtration system in the town of Wilmington. I'm hearing that.
Interim Action Feasibility Study. Prepared for Olin Corporation. April 2019.
Has Dan Deutsch, our special town council, or better yet, even Geo Insight, have they been informed of this? And what is their opinion? And from what I understand, Jeff, it looks like by May 22nd, which is next week, that's the cutoff time for any written response to the EPA. Matter of fact, what's the position of the Board of Selectmen?
Before you answer, Mr. Hull, did I miss something? Was information given to, like, what's the source of that information, Mr. McCoy? Because was it something sent to us that we all should have been privy to? Because this is the first I'm hearing.
Alternative GW2A. In this alternative, 2 municipal water supply wells that are currently inactive, Butters Row 1 and 2, would be reactivated to treat NDMA and provide a reliable redundant system to achieve drinking water standards. This treated water would then be available for potable use.
They want to take that contaminated water and shoot it down to our filtration plant to recycle it, and then...
This is news to me that there's a proposal for Olin to activate contaminated wells and send that water to our water treatment plants.
Again, I would ask, is there any written report that the constituent was basing this information on? Because I can't comment on what our position would be without knowing the source of the information that we're supposedly discussing.
There are certainly periodically comment documents that are submitted by Olin as they're going through the various steps of complying with EPA's requirements. And typically what happens is that I'm copied on the communication, as is Mike Woods and Shelley Newhouse, the health director. I don't recall any suggestion that the intent was to turn on the town's 5 deactivated wells and direct water into our water treatment plant. That's just not something I recall.
I'm glad to hear that.
Jeff, if you don't mind, follow up with that tomorrow, perhaps Dan Deutsch, your department heads, and see if you can find anything out about that and provide us an update as soon as you can.
Yes.
Amen.
Yeah, can I just make, if there's any documentation behind that information, if that could be shared, if the constituent's watching and feels comfortable sharing it through Mr. McCoy. You know, I'm concerned, I'm a big fan of facts supporting theories and not theories creating facts. So my concern is that now being said, for the 6 people watching still, are going to now be worried about their drinking water. And the reality is I'd love to see what that information is based on so that we can actually formulate a response if one is needed. But, you know, just kind of hearing a constituent saying there's a deadline for some type of crazy plan is a little bit concerning.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up tonight, because I just heard of it today.
If there's any reports or documents that you have, I'd love to see where that's coming from.
Thank you.
Recommended alternatives. The preferred groundwater alternative is alternative GW2A. However, this alternative will require community acceptance by the public and the town. In this alternative, 2 municipal water supply wells that are currently inactive, Butters Row 1 and 2, would be reactivated.
So I think we're hearing that the consensus is that we ought to meet next Tuesday as tentatively scheduled. I think we talked about 7 p.m. And I agree, this would give us an opportunity to digest what we heard tonight, to watch the replay if we need to, thanks to our friends at WCTV, who are usually pretty good about getting it right up online. And then also, most importantly, hear some feedback from residents as well. So is everybody okay with next Tuesday, 7 p.m., May 21st?
It's fine.
Okay, so we will publish that so that folks will be aware of the public meeting on the 21st.